discussion here for 4 or 5 minutes on the Masters coming up this week. We have a little homework assignment, which is to say, give me three, and I hope I can remember mine because Nina's got my phone. Give me three golfers that you like in the field this week in the Masters. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. It's actually one of those times when I think the first guy that I want to look at is a guy who's been real close a couple times, Louis Oosthuizen. Louis, he has a game that fits the Masters, and I think he's really somebody you should watch. I also think that I'm going to keep going with the staple because eventually Ricky Fowler's going to have to break through and win one of these tournaments.
We hope.
I'm going to go, we hope. So I'm going to go with Ricky Fowler. And then I really like anytime Bubba Watson tees it up at the Masters. You know, he's won 2 out of the last 4 years, so I think Bubba Watson has a pretty good shot at winning.
Okay. All right, there's your three, and you have a long shot?
My long shot is a good buddy of mine that I talked to quite a bit. I think Robert Garagos has the length. He has the ability to get there.
No. That's not a long shot. That's a long shot.
Hey, I was telling you.
Is he in the field?
He is in the field.
Well,
All right, there you go.
counts.
All right, what you got, Tom?
All right, I'm going to go with my three. Justin Rose is the first one. He finished second here last year. Never missed a cut. Has had a couple of top 10 finishes at Augusta. Experience, I think, pays off at Augusta more than on any other golf course, and he has lots of it. So I think this could be his time. Jason Day is another guy that I can't understand how Jason Day does not already have a jacket in his closet. And he's the kind of guy, if he's on and if he's healthy, he's got a little back issue, that he could win by 5 shots. He's that kind of guy. And Jordan Spieth. I know he's not sort of on his game as we have usually seen so far this year, but he is the defending champion. He's really geared towards the majors. So Justin, Jason, and Jordan are my guys.
The 3 J's from TJ.
Right.
All right, how about the long shot?
My long shot is an amateur. His name is Bryson DeChambeau. And if you don't know that name, you better learn it pretty quick. He's one of only 5 guys ever to win the NCAA title and the U.S. Amateur. He's going to turn pro, I believe, next week, but he's got a great game, a lot of ingenuity, an amazing player. He's going to be around for a long time.
He's in the top 15 at this tournament, no problem.
He's playing with Jordan Spieth on tee-off time.
Yes, he is.
Okay, you guys, I'm not going to pick anybody you picked because I had a couple of those names in there. Oosthuizen was one of them. I like the way he's playing. I'm going to go around those picks.
Okay.
I have Spieth in my group as well. Let me just throw you out a couple of names that I think that I'm looking forward to see how they're going to play because there are some players in this field that this could be the moment for them. Such a player as Dustin Johnson, who has the game. Ab Scott now, as they say, is just playing lights out.
He did the Florida tour, lights out.
And he is also, his irons are unbelievable right now. I got to pick my boy Jason Day because I picked him a long time ago to play. And I was going to pick Bubba, but since you guys didn't, picked him, I had to back off and rethink that because there's not much left there. So let's just say that
Tiger Woods. There you
yeah,
go.
right.
Is he your long
yeah,
shot?
almost, yeah. So let me think who else I want to pick here. Let me think about it. My long shot though is Phil Mickelson. I gave him no chance until I saw him talk today. And the way he's talking about now, how he's never felt more prepared yet, not prepared at all for this event. And how he made a great point about this particular event. People overthink the golf course. They get so wrapped up in how to play the golf course, which Nicklaus taught them years ago. And they forget about their game, about concentrating on the shot.
Yeah.
The one thing about Jason Day I love, he's almost like Nicklaus in the way he concentrates. He is in a zone completely when he's playing. He has long, straight irons, high irons like Nicklaus does, by the way, which is important there. So I think those are my guys, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'll throw in Bubba just because I think he's going to show it.
Bubba, you mentioned about Jason Day and being like Nicklaus with the irons. They always said that Jack, along with maybe being the greatest golfer that ever lived, he was the greatest long iron player that ever lived.
One iron. Only guy in Jack Nicklaus could hit him.
That's right.
That's the old lightning joke.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. We're going to go into memories here in a minute. I guess we can do one of them right now. I'll start, and you guys can pick up with yours on the other hand. I cannot get over 1986. not only the greatest Masters as far as I'm concerned, and it was one of the great sporting events I've seen in my lifetime. And I've covered a lot of different events, as you know, from Super Bowls to World Series and whatever. And to have been there that day and gone through this, I've told the story a number of times, at age 46, when Nicklaus was written off,
Sure.
especially by younger people. A guy named Rick Riley and Jaime Diaz were two of them who told me the night before that Jack Nicklaus ought to pack it up and go home. He had no shot.
The night before.
Yeah. And I said, well, he might have one left in him. He's, and here's what they said. Old golf fighters like you are keeping Nicklaus and Palmer alive because they're both toast. I said, well, maybe they got one left in him, And so we had a Calcutta among sports writers on Friday nights. I've told the story too, Tom. You've heard it.
It's a great story.
Bill Millsaps was the auctioneer. Auctioneer's job is to get money up. In an event like that, $100 is pretty good money for writers. Some guys went as high as $200. That night, the auctioneer presented Jack Nicklaus and got nobody. Nobody wanted Jack Nicklaus. Somebody bid $10. Finally, the auctioneer, Bill Millsaps, got it up to $14 or $15. That's what it went for. And of course, he won, and Millsaps, who was trying to get the pool up there, he won the money. So, amazing day. And I always remember, I got a special story to tell about this in the moment in the press room, which I'm going to get my buddy John Fitter on before we go off the air, about when Seve Ballesteros hit the ball in the water and everything changed. And Nicklaus, of course, knows the story going to 16. I won't play the whole one. It was a great moment for me, and my favorite Masters, which, by the way, was my all-time favorite sporting event a number of years. I've loved it. So, Tom James, have you been in Masters?
Never been to the Masters.
And you got to go one time.
Yeah, I know you have.
I've been quite a few times, and the last time I went, I was part of history because I promise you, there is no radio station in the state of Florida, maybe in the country, that took listeners to the Masters, except for the Voice of Ocala, and we took 2 listeners to the Masters 4 years ago, 2012.
Buddy, you mentioned one thing about going back to that 86 Masters when Ballesteros hooked it into the water. Mm-hmm. And Ben Wright, I remember saying, he said, and the foreign invasion is reeling under the Bears' attack.
Yeah, that was quite a moment. All right, we'll take a break, come back. We hope we're going to have Mike Cooney of Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Try Ron Syke again. He's probably in Augusta and very busy. We'll try him again. If not, maybe we'll get on tomorrow. Stay tuned to Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA.
The Source.